Hello, hello, my beautiful people. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Grady and I am the counselor and transformational coach at Butterfly Project. So today I wanted to talk about something that has been coming up a lot in my sessions lately. And as you all know, I'm always talking about reprogramming our subconscious mind. If you don't know this, our subconscious mind, where we store all of the memories from our childhood, this is the part of our brain that is always awake, always on. This is where our dreams come from, right? And our conscious mind is when you're awake and you're aware, right? That's the front part of our brain. So the subconscious is basically our memory bank, and that is where we have all of our programs stored. I call it programs. The things that we were programmed with in childhood. So our beliefs, right? How we feel about ourselves, others, the world, basically everything, okay, is stored in there. Think of it as a memory bank or like a file cabinet. So subconscious mind, though, is interchangeable when we talk about inner child. So basically, the inner child really is your subconscious mind. And why we say that is because the subconscious mind, the memory bank where you hold all and store all the information, is also the little you, little boy you or little girl you that experienced all of those things in childhood. So that is why we call it the inner child. Now, the ego, which is there for survival. We also use it interchangeable with subconscious mind and inner child, although it's not the same. The reason we do is because the ego is actually, even though it's there for survival, can only use what's in your subconscious mind to try to protect you and to keep you alive, right? And to keep you from harm. But the thing is, the ego doesn't know the difference between you being terrified to stand up in front of a group of people to speak and fighting off, a bear for your survival. It doesn't know the difference. It's still going to tell you you're going, to die, right? So it's going to bring up the same amount of fear because it doesn't know the difference. So here's the thing. Just a little tidbit about the ego when it comes in with fear is it tries to make you think that it's in control because it's really loud and obnoxious, but it's not. It's just there for survival, and all you have to do is tell it to just stop. You can actually tell your ego to shut up. You can say, go away, stop, I'm in control. I don't need your help right now. You can do that and watch what happens. It'll actually quiet down. So that's just a little tip. But what I wanted to talk about in this video is about the inner child. And so when we connect to the inner child, essentially what we're connecting to is the subconscious mind, that subconscious part of you that's storing all of that information from your first 6 to 10 years. That's when we get programmed. Okay, so all of that information is stored in there. Now, the big thing that keeps coming up recently, and although I talk lots about the subconscious mind reprogramming, okay, so this is, and I've done videos on this. I'll maybe post a link up here on one of them, but essentially subconscious mind reprogramming, right, is where we are re-brainwashing you. Essentially, we're reprogramming you with new beliefs to release old, negative, unwanted, beliefs that are no longer serving you, that aren't true, okay? Inner child healing, however, is where we're healing that child part of us. So yes, it is the subconscious, but it's not just about the beliefs. It is healing that part of you that experienced those things that are stored in your subconscious mind. So I am going to share with you all. I did do, an inner child healing meditation. It was kind of just, one of those days off the cuff that I did it. But people have really enjoyed it. So I'll post a link up here for the inner child healing meditation. And the reason this is so good, and it's something that I teach all of my clients, and I suggest that everybody does, whenever you have a trigger come up, something that your ego comes in to try to protect you, it brings up something from the subconscious mind, from your childhood programming. Essentially, what's happening is that inner child, so the little you, is using something from, that subconscious mind, right? It's using an old memory to bring up certain feelings, right? So whether you're scared, maybe worried, sad, anxious, any kind of feeling. So it brings that up, and as if it was happening when you were that little you experiencing it. So even though you might think that something is happening today that triggered you, what's actually happening is it's bringing up that old memory. It's bringing up the old belief. And then you will actually act or react as if you're that little you that got triggered, that has that wound from your past. So this is why inner child healing is so important, and we do this through meditation. What's actually happening in the meditation, you don't have to do just the long meditation like what I posted. You can do that, and it's really good to do that. And just a little warning, you will probably have a lot of emotions come up. Usually people tend to sob during those, for the first time especially. But when you're doing the inner child healing meditation, essentially what you're doing is you're just going in and you are reparenting that little you, because you didn't have those needs met when you were a child. You didn't have, let's say you have a fear of abandonment that comes up based on something from your childhood. This is a big one that a lot of people deal with. So this fear comes up, you get triggered, you get scared that you're going to be abandoned. It's not you, the adult you, so much that's scared. It's that little part of you. So when we do the meditation, you as the adult you are going in to heal the little part of you. What you're doing is you're going in and you are reparenting that little you. You're giving to the little you what you did not receive from your primary caregivers. Okay, so that's reparenting the inner child. That's reparenting the little girl you or the little boy you, because you did not have those parents do that for you. And actually, even if your parents completely did a 180 and could be that perfect parent and give you everything that you needed and meet your needs today, unfortunately that ship has sailed around between 10 and 13. They can't fix it for you. It's already programmed in your subconscious mind. So the only person that can do it is you. So that's why you need to be the one to reparent your inner child. And this is how you do it, through these meditations and visualizations. Now, like I was saying, you don't have to do the full 20-minute, type meditation. You can do shorter ones. You can do it on your own. There's others, I'm sure, online that you can search up. But the other thing is, every time you have these feelings bubble up, you don't even need to wait to do a full meditation. You can actually, in that moment, just close your eyes, go within, visualize a picture in your mind of you when you were, around 4 to 8 years old, maybe is kind of a good age range. Maybe kindergarten, grade 1 kind of thing. School pictures, envision that, right, in your mind. And when you do that and you see that little you, all you have to do is just come in as the adult you, going to the little you, asking, what do you need? What need is not being met? What are you feeling? Right? So if the little you is feeling scared, you do what you can to nurture that child, to give that child the safety, the protection, whatever it is, right? If it's abandonment, you go to the little child, you, right? The little you, and you say, hey, right? I'm here for you. I know you didn't get that. I know you're scared that you're going to be abandoned, but you're not going to be abandoned. I'm right here for you. I'm never going to abandon you. And this is also, so you do the meditation, little one. You can do just like a little 1 minute, 2 minute meditation within your mind, within yourself, anywhere you are, car, office, bed, bathroom, kitchen, wherever you are. Just close your eyes, do a quick little visualization like that to nurture. That is self-soothing. Instead of going to other things, whether it's, distracting yourself with like online things or, drinking or drugs or eating or gambling or whatever it is. And this is why people a lot of times have issues with addiction, right? It's to self-medicate, it's to self-soothe. But what you want to do is start self-soothing by reparenting your inner child, okay? Giving to your inner child what you did not receive when you were programmed in your first 6 to 10 years. So you can do that. That's, learning to self-soothe, okay? And also every time, for instance, we'll stick to the example with abandonment. If you are, let's say you don't do the inner child, healing meditation for that, that's, your choice. If you don't want to, that's fine. It is a really good tool and technique to do and to get into the habit of. But another way is also to actually give to that part of you now, today, what you didn't receive. So in regards to the example, the abandonment, if your inner child is, bringing up fear and you're getting triggered and you feel like scared that you're going to be abandoned, again, who's bringing that up? It's the inner you, the little you, bringing that up, right, for your attention. So what are you doing? If you go and self-medicate, what are you doing to the inner you? That little you, the inner child. You're abandoning him or her, right? So this is also in actual, in your physical reality, in real time right now, you also want to give to that inner child part of you what you didn't receive. So if you're having fear of abandonment, you need to not abandon yourself, right? If you're feeling, scared, anxious, you need to give, safety, give security to that inner child, right? Doing what you need to do to reduce that anxiety, soothing yourself, not by self-medicating, right? But by doing loving things for yourself, right? By doing maybe some grounding techniques or something to soothe you that way. By talking to yourself, let's say you're feeling sad, it's you trying to do things to bring joy into your life, to bring happiness into your life, as opposed to just going and self-medicating. So I kind of went a little further with this video than I was intending to. My whole point was to just teach you all why it's important to do inner child healing and what it actually means, which is really, it's reparenting your inner child. So if you've heard that term, reparenting your inner child, this is what it is. So hopefully you all will practice these techniques, because everybody has, childhood wounds. We all do, for one reason or another. And everybody, of course, everybody's programming is different, but this is a really great tool and technique for you to use to be able to heal those wounded parts of yourself, the wounded ego or the wounded inner child. If you've heard these terms, this is what it is, okay? And this is part of subconscious mind reprogramming. When you're doing this, you're reprogramming those parts of your brain, okay? So I hope that you try this. Like I said, I've posted, a link to the inner child healing meditation. You can also search that up in my channel. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. I really, truly appreciate each and every one of you. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. Don't forget to do all the things like this video, comment down below. Love hearing from you guys and responding. And also share this video with anyone that you think it might be helpful for. Share my channel. I would truly appreciate when you guys do any number of these things. It really is the best way to help my channel to grow and to get my messages out there. If you guys don't know, one of my biggest passions is to be able to help people, help as many people as I possibly can. And I really do love doing this work of, teaching and counseling and coaching people. And I'm trying to do as much of it as possible, to give back and help. Anyway, so if you are new here, I would love for you to subscribe and be part of this ever-growing butterfly community. And also don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get notified of new videos as I post them. And for all, existing subscribers, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. And for the new subscribers, because I know there's been quite a few of you, thanks so much for being here. Welcome to the channel, and hopefully you're enjoying it. And yeah, like I said, if you guys can do any number of those things, I would truly appreciate it. And as always, I wish you all peace, love, and light. Until next time, bye-bye.